Right, so episode 6 of my Watford save, and it is the end of the season. We are now finished. I was gonna live con the last game of the season, but turned out it didn't really matter. So yeah, finished the season. Last time you were with me, you saw the West Ham game in the cup. We then beat West Brom 4-0. Odion Gallo started what was a brilliant end of the season for him, just incredible. He got a hat-trick. Troy Deeney also scored from the spot. So 4-0 against West Brom was really good. We then had Everton away from home. We got beat 2-0. They were really good. McGeady got 2 goals for them, and they were just better than us, so what can you do? Newcastle at home, we then beat them 2-0. Gallo got another goal to continue his red hot form, and he continued right to the end of the season, to be honest. Vidra then scored from the spot when he came off the bench, so good result there. Away at Southampton, this was an even better result. 1-0, Sebastian Prodl got the goal. Good performance. They did play better than us, and they probably deserved to at least get a point, but they didn't, so I'm happy. We then played Swansea, and 1-0 win. Gallo, he didn't play that well, but he did get a goal and could have gone more, to be honest, but he still was in good form, I guess, and we got the win. We then played Leicester. Gallo scored early on, and then they equalised, and then or not early on, he didn't score, he scored in the 65th minute, but they equalised, and then Vidra in the 86th minute came off the bench. Or did he? This is when he did come off the bench. No, that's later on, never mind. He came off the bench in like the 84th minute or something like that, and then got the winner in the 86th, so that's brilliant. Final 3 games of the season, not much to say. Deeney did finally come back to form after he didn't score for 5 or 6 games, and even that goal was from the spot. He hadn't scored an actual proper goal in about 12 games, which was worrying, but yeah, finished the season really well with 2 goals there, against Tottenham and a goal against Chelsea as well. We got beat by Chelsea and Tottenham away from home, and got a decent draw at home to United, with Paredes getting that goal. So that was the end of the season. It left us, well, we'll talk about the table in a bit. We'll just go to the team here and have a look at who the top performers were this season. Troy Deeney, obviously, in terms of average rating, in terms of assists, in terms of goals, and I think nearly in terms of appearances, he was just on top completely. 7.22 average rating, which is just brilliant. 44 appearances, 28 goals, 12 assists, which was just too good. Gallo, with his good end of the season, he ended up with 15 in 31 starts and 7 assists, which was just great. And then was the 2 wing backs, Layun and Paredes. They're 2 brilliant players. I do have a right back coming in for 5 million, who I'm not going to say his name yet. You'll see that in the next episode. He's coming in for 5 million. He's a better player than Paredes. Paredes did have a good season though. 6 assists, 3 goals, and a 7.05 average rating. He had a good season at right wing back, but the right wing back we're going to buy, or we have already bought, is better than him. So Paredes is going to have to play as a backup next season, and Jack Hunt will just go back to his club. So yeah, left wing back, who had an even better season, 8 assists this guy got in 40 games. Miguel Layun, who's just an incredible left wing back. I'd recommend buying him. He starts off as like a 25-year-old on the game, and you could probably get him for 10 million, I think, and he'd be worth it. He's incredible at left mid, or at left back or wing back. So those 2 were brilliant on the wings. Then Hector Justa, who actually kept Zuccolini out of the team, which is pretty good, because Zuccolini's he's a top class player. I won't be getting him next season because Hector Justa did have a good season. He started 40 games for us. I got a 7 average rating, which is brilliant for a defensive midfielder. So we'll either be getting someone who's really, really good, like a 4-star kind of player at defensive mid, or just keeping him for the season. Sebastian Prodl also had a decent season at centre back. There are some clubs that are looking him. Who were the team? Leverkusen, I think, made a bid for him, but it was about 6 million, and I was like, he had a good season, why not keep him for at least 1 more year? He's 27, so that's kind of the age where defenders peak. So that was good. Vidra did play well whenever he came, when he got his chance, and he becomes a brilliant player in the game. So I'll be keeping him. 7 goals and 18 for him and 4 assists. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Ben Watson and Grimaldo, when they played, had good seasons. I'll be looking to get Samper, Grimaldo, Ruiz de Galarreta, and that should be it. I'll be looking to get those ones back on loan, especially Grimaldo and Samper. So yeah, now if we look at the table, we finished in 7th, which is just like I was expecting to finish like where Stoke and West Ham are, 15th, around there, just surviving pretty much. But yeah, the relegation scrap was actually pretty cool this year. There was a lot of teams involved in it, right up to like Sunderland there, and even Southampton for a time. But we finished 7th, which is just incredible. We were 5 points off Champions League football in the first season, which I can't believe it. We were 2 points behind United, and yeah, as I say, 5 behind Tottenham and Liverpool. Liverpool did get Champions League just above Tottenham because of goal difference. Arsenal, Chelsea and City made up the other spots in the Champions League places. City just ran away. They just ran away with the lead, 96 points, which they beat the record for the most points in a season, which was set by Chelsea, who got 95, and City obviously has 96. Only lost 2 games, just too good. Aguero was incredible, as was Costa, who was the top goal scorer, as we can see here. Yeah, so we do have Europa League next season, just making that clear. Troy Deeney, he 22 goals, came third, joint with Lukaku, which is just insane. Firmino had a brilliant season, 20 goals or he might have been playing as a striker. Yeah, he was. But yeah, good season for Firmino. But yeah, Troy Deeney, 22 goals. The only other thing that we're on here is the distance covered, in which Paredes and Layun, obviously as wing backs, you'd expect them to be up there. They did really well in covering ground and stuff like that. So next season is looking promising because first of all because of this, we're in Europe, and then because of this 55 million in the white, which is just, I'm shocked by that, to be honest. We got 14 million, which helped for finishing 7th in the league. So the prize money did help, but a lot of it was already there. Predicted balanced is like up to 80 million, which is incredible. So the board gave us a lot of money to spend, obviously. 28 million transfer budget, and I'm going to spend most of that, to be honest. I can't wait to see what players we can get in. We've already got that right back coming in, which I have talked about. The wage budget that we've got left to spend is about 200k, 227k as it says down here, and 28 million in the transfer budget. So next season's going to be good. Next episode 7, I'll be doing, recapping the start of the season, what's happened, all the transfers that have went on, because obviously the next episode will be me at the end of the transfer window. So I'll see you in episode 7. Peace.